A lot of people see Maxwell's frail stat and go, ew, no way. I'm going to change that today by giving you 5 hot tips for Maxwell. As soon as possible, make yourself a log suit. Go into a forest and find some lone pigs. Kite them by waiting till they attack, then hitting them 3 to 4 times. Repeat until they die. Finding lone pigs is a better idea since there won't be any other pigs around to make the fight more difficult. Keep killing pigs until you get a pigskin. Make a football helmet with the pigskin. Alternatively, you can find some pig heads in merm villages or around touchstones. Hammer these to get 2 pigskins from each head. Later game, you can grow or collect marble and make a marble suit. Marble suits provide massive protection and have a lot of durability, but they make you walk slower, making kiting almost impossible. It's still useful for tanking, though kiting is a better option for Maxwell. If you're playing with a Wigfrid, get her to craft some helmets. Wigfrid's helmets are better than football helmets, plus you don't need to kill pigs to get them. Health kits are also important for surviving as Maxwell. Kill some spiders and collect their burns. Then, burn logs away from other flammable materials and collect all the ash. Use these materials along with some stone to make healing cells. These are the most basic healing items, healing for 20 health each. Stockpiling a lot of them is a good idea since they don't spoil. If you come across blue mushrooms, be sure to pick them. They're incredibly useful because they refill hunger, 20 health, and remove sanity, which doesn't matter because you're Maxwell. Don't cook them because they'll take off health and restore sanity, which is not something you want as Maxwell. As a general rule, stay away from unnecessary fights and let the stronger characters on your team fight instead. If you're playing by yourself, hiring pigs or hiding near beefalo can increase your chances of survival. In the caves, find some rock lobsters to use as defense. Shadow puppets are Maxwell's main ability. You can use them to chop down trees, mine rocks, dig graves and stumps, even fight. The fighter puppets aren't actually that great at fighting, and they're more expensive, so don't summon them. Even pigs are better fighters than them, and they only cost meat to befriend. As soon as you have access to a science machine, craft a log suit, backpack, optional, a shovel, a spear, and a football helmet if you have a pigskin. Drop your Codex Umbra onto the ground and craft a Shadow Digger. Shadow Diggers are the least annoying of the Shadow Puppets. Shadow Loggers will chop trees that haven't grown yet, and Shadow Miners will mine your protective boulders. Diggers are great because the only things that they dig up are graves and stumps, which nobody wants lying around anyway. They'll also save inventory space, because unless you want to dig up grass, tufts, saplings and stuff, you won't need to carry a shovel. If you come across a forest, it isn't a half bad idea to chop the whole thing down. It'll only take a day or so and you'll get loads of logs that'll last you for almost forever. Having some teammates is a good idea to help pick up all the pine cones and logs. First, empty your inventory, except for some rations and nightmare fuel. A backpack is necessary to avoid making trips to your base to drop off your logs. Second, summon 2 shadow loggers and 1 shadow digger. Plant the pine cones as you go to avoid wasting inventory space. You could give the cones to a woody to help them manage their sanity. After you finish chopping, hold the control key on your keyboard and attack the loggers so they don't chop down immature trees. If you kill your own puppets, you'll gain 1 nightmare fuel back to help save on future puppets. Maxwell's constant sanity regen and his puppets help make him one of the best characters for exploring the caves. Before we go into the caves, getting a miner hat is going to help, a lot. First of all, kill some spiders until you get too sick. Make a bug net and catch some fireflies at night. Make the miner hat at an alchemy engine with 1 gold, the fireflies and a straw hat. The miner hat is very useful because it means you won't have to drop a lantern every time you need to mine rocks or something. You can refuel the miner hat as you go with light bulbs and slurred slime. Meat jerky is an excellent choice for spelunking. When you're preparing above ground, burn trees to make a bunch of drying racks. When you're killing pigs, use the leftover meat to make jerky. You can also make small jerky with fish, morsels or frog legs. However, you can only make jerky with raw meat, so try and avoid cooking it until you need to eat it. This can be difficult because cooked meats last longer than raw meat. Jerky is good because it takes much longer than even cooked meat to spoil, and it restores health and sanity. Obviously, the sanity part is useless as Maxwell, but it's still very useful because of the health. The caves and ruins hold plenty of food and wonders, but it's also dangerous if you aren't being careful, so watch out. You're probably thinking, well, now that I have endless sanity, what do I do with it all? One of the main things you're going to do with it is allow yourself to eat raw, blue, and green mushrooms freely. These mushrooms restore 12.5 hunger each when consumed. The blue mushrooms restore 20 health and remove 15 sanity. Raw green mushrooms remove 50 sanity. Both of the mushrooms are useful as Maxwell because of their hunger and health restoration. Green mushrooms appear often in the swamp. You can gain tons of food just by foraging the marsh. Blue mushrooms are most commonly found in the wilds biome in the ruins. This is very useful as you can regain loads of health after a fight. Your sanity is also useful because you don't need to waste petals and silk on sanity restoring items. You can keep the silk for other things like winter clothing and fishing rods, and convert the petals into manure with a werepick. The best thing to do with your sanity is to farm for nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel is an extremely valuable resource, and it can be used for pretty much anything. You can use it as a light source, weapons and armor, magic staves and amulets, and, of course, Maxwell shadow puppets. You can farm nightmare fuel by saving up on green mushrooms. Eat them rapidly to lose sanity fast. When your sanity regains above the minimum, eat more. Use nightmare armor and dark swords to fight off the nightmare creatures and keep your sanity low. When you want to be sent again, just unequip your shadow armor and tools. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Maybe now you can be a Maxwell pro, like me. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not really a pro. Play whatever character you want. Who am I to judge?